Scott Kelly may be back on Earth, but when it comes to research, his work is not done. I recently spoke with the principal investigator of the field test study. Now, that's some of the first tasks that Scott had to accomplish after he landed. Now, this particular study looks at the vestibular system and whether a return to gravity affects things like walking a straight line or standing from a seated position. The task may seem simple, but it's research that has stood the test of time.
One constant has been that the balance system, primarily regulated by the vestibular system in the inner ear and its control of the postural muscles in your legs, has always been affected by spaceflight. And parsing out exactly what the cause of that is still an ongoing investigation.
Is that part of your field test?
And that's definitely part of the field test. The field test, by the way, we've just finished what was called the pilot field test, and it moved into the era where we're doing the full field test, which includes a lot more objectives than the pilot. Pilot was just to see if we could actually do this in the field. Send somebody out there on a helicopter with 70 to 80 pounds on their back of hardware and set up quickly and make the measurements that were necessary. And so now we're doing more objectives, and almost all of them are related or can be related to postural ataxia.
What kind of things do we do in this test?
Well, we're doing several things. One is an activity that you tried. Okay.
Tried.
We do simple things initially, like standing up from a chair, and people wonder, why would you do that? That's a relatively simple thing. Well, returning crew members, particularly ones that have been up there 6 months or more, get up from a chair differently than normal people do. They look more like people that need assistance with everyday living. And we ask them to lay on the floor on their stomachs, called the prone position, and to get up from that position as quickly as they can, stand for 3.5 minutes, where we can get cardiovascular measures as well as look at their sway from a postural standpoint. And then we do a test called the tandem walk, which most people are familiar with in terms of drunk driving, when they see people on the side of the road trying to walk, placing one foot in front of the other.
Is it exciting to you to see what's going to happen to the vestibular system and all after 1 year in space versus 6 months?
Oh yeah, that's our prime objective. Is the one thing we look at that's particularly important for the programmatic aspects of this, and help us define the risks that may be involved in long duration spaceflight, is recovery time. And how long does it take you before you're performing at the level that you were before you flew?
So do you think Scott Kelly will do better than I did in your lab with this test?
I have no doubt about it.
So what do you think, Scott? He's speechless. I don't know. We're having a little fun around work today, welcoming Scott home. We have a lot of tour groups who come through here, so everyone's coming in and taking selfies, and then we're going to post them on our social media site at #YearInSpace and #JourneyToMars.